Hello. The purpose of this video is to explain what should be going through your head as you are doing your floor plan, which is you have to think of your elevation. So the elevation of the building is basically how it looks from the outside. So when you are doing your floor plan, you should be thinking of the shape of the building. If it's boxed, and that's fine. Most structures that are commercial offices has a flat box roof design. However, you can always do a sloping roof, steel roof, or something like that. Not very common, but sometimes we do see it when the architect or designer wants to add some character on it. So there are different variations for the roof. You could have an overhang on the front, even an overhang on the side. Although you must remember that our side here is an alley, and if you extend your roof, then you are extending over your property line. In some cases, this is governed by some maximum overhangs or not allowed at all. So we have to think of that restrictions too and do some research on that one. The other solution is to offset or back uh, put your set back your building on that side so you can have an overhang without extending to the lot plan. So that's another solution. But if you do that, then basically you're reducing your footprint, because if you don't reduce your footprint, your overhang will be bigger and extending beyond your property. And if that's not allowed, then your only recourse is to pull back your property so you can have an extension. Okay. But there are different kinds of roofs. Again, you can have that one sloping roof. You can have a flat and a sloping roof with some modern architectural elements. Or you can alter your floor plan while you're doing a floor plan and you think of your elevation, and you might say, hey, I want a corner entrance. And if I want a corner entrance, I want a 45-degree corner entrance, and you can do that. Okay. I think if you're familiar with Gunter's ice cream, I think they have that kind of entrance on the corner. And if you don't want a beveled entrance or 45-degree entrance, you can round it off. So it's going to be totally your design. If you want some extra character, beveled corner, rounded corner, it's going to be your design. And flat, boxy uh, buildings are okay. Uh, but when you're doing floor plan, if you want uh, boxy characters, it's going to be boring because it's just plain. So now you think about what are elements I could put on this building, and do I want an all glass facade with a modern entrance, like see through? You can see the urban landscape in front. Do I want to do that? Okay, yeah, well, it's your design. So you have to think of that one. While you're doing the floor plan, you have to think of the elements that you want to put here. Do you want to see through the glass and see the street and the cars passing by? Do you want to have that modern look? Okay. Yeah. Well, what about the sun hitting this wall? Well, then now you have to think of also how do I stop the hot sun from entering the building and basically annoying your customers. So now you think of things that you need to put in there, like like baffles or shading, you know and then if you're not still satisfied, you can put architectural elements, like something like in a facade, not no purpose, just to add some character. That's always been the case for some buildings. But yeah, so if you are doing a floor plan, you got to think of the elevation. How do you want the building to look? You want a sloping roof, you want a flat roof, you want some glass, you want some character. So that's what you have to be doing while you're doing the floor plan. You have to think about your elevations while you're doing your floor plans, okay? Because you will start your sketch, and we will not collect this week. There's a lot of work to be done on the AutoCAD part, but if you find yourself finish and want to put down in paper what you want your elevation to look like, your build to look like, yeah, draw something down on paper. It's always a process of sketching. Design is always based on something you can put down on paper. and then from that paper, you can add and improve your sketch. Add your facade, add your glass elements, your entrance. And then add your style, become modern, put in some elements, some characters, some style. Okay. Because next week we're going to work with elevation, and it has to start with something on paper again, just like floor plans. We start with something on paper, and then we will basically work on this elevation and capture what the idea was. Because if you can't put it on paper, you can't relate that idea. Um, you can't start from something concrete. Then you're basically just a draftsperson. You're not a designer. And then you only need to take in some basic drafting classes, and not um, a design class. Okay, so yeah, think of your elevation. Start from a box. Add some details like improvements on the box, windows, storefronts, entrance, and then like improve it, put some style, some character. Okay, that next week that's what we're going to do. Okay.